Hello. I just wanted to make this video and put it in my blog to show just some of the differences between Ohio schooling it's not just Ohio, it's Texas, California, most schools up north, and just the schooling in the South. Um, just just to show an example of the differences. And in my middle school, Kilbourne, we were in seventh grade required to take a foreign language, and most people stuck with the foreign language that they chose all the way till they graduate. So by the time, well, so they stuck with it for years. You were also able to take not just French and Spanish. You were able to take Latin, German, Greek, and Russian. And it's just that many options. You can just kind of bounce around with some fun languages like Russian. Who wants to? I would love to be able to speak Russian. But so like my best friend in Ohio currently, he's in Spanish 6, and that's insane. Vanderbilt, the highest it offers is a Spanish 4 if that many people sign up for it. And he's in Spanish 6, and he's only a junior, so he can go up to Spanish 7, which is like it's offered every single year. It's insane. Just and I think just the schooling in Ohio is just. I mean, I enjoyed it so much just because the amount of money that flows through Ohio is insane. That Louisiana sadly just doesn't have that option, I guess. But you can't really change anything about that. But it's just the area, the type of area, the amount of money that flows through again just makes the school have that many more options available. Like since it was a public school, we didn't have a religion class, so you had you had an extra period for whatever you wanted to do, and even then, you weren't required to take a art class or a music class, but a lot of people did just because they had a lot of extra periods. But you weren't required to take any art type class like that. People mostly focused on their Englishes, math, sciences, that kind of thing. And they also gave you the option that during the summer you could take your healths and your PEs in the summer. And a lot of people did that. You paid like $30. I think it was like $30 or 30 or $40. And you take PE, during the summer, and it was so much fun. I took it my 7th and 8th grade year. And you canoe, you kayak. We had a big, like the Olentangy River. It's a big river that was right near where I lived. We would do a lot of stuff in the river. And behind the high school is where they'd have the summer gym. That's what they called it. It was only like 2 weeks out of the summer, like every single day for however many hours. So people still went on vacation and stuff because it only took like 2 weeks out of the summer, which is, I'd rather do that than an entire year of gym. And behind the high school is a big area called the Green. It was with a bunch of fields, and it's where they had our track, our football stadium, our soccer stadium, which they're all separate too. They weren't in like one stadium. They had football, soccer, track. We had like our own swimming building, and tennis and whatever, all behind the high school. And then they had a bunch of like fields anyway, like a bunch of flat fields that like we call our practice football field and stuff. And we had a few of them. And so we'd play all our stuff there, like big team, like big football games, big whatever you wanted to do back there for summer gym, and just a lot of fun. And then the healths you would go in like 2 weeks or 2.5 weeks during the summer. You'd actually go into a classroom during the summer, or a classroom inside the school for however many weeks, and you'd get your healths out of the way, so you wouldn't have to contend with them during your school year. You could actually put what I want to say like more. I don't know. I think useful is like the wrong word, but just more practical, I guess, classes. Like a lot of my friends are in like home ec, and so my best friend can cook almost anything. Generally, you can tell him to cook. He makes some good food, and me personally, I can't cook anything that's not Cajun. I can cook like crawfish and crabs and whatever else, jambalaya, just because my dad showed me how. But anything else, I can maybe burn ice, just about. I mean, I can't really do anything else, just because I've never been taught, or I never wanted to be taught. So, and he takes like wood shop, and they actually have like a video journalism class that Vanderbilt just got rid of because of not like the tuition dropped, and I don't know, just so many different options of classes. They don't have level 1 classes. They have like honors and AP, and I think every single subject has some type of branch of AP. There's not just math. There's not just the math, the science, and the French 4, if you want to, and American history or civics. They have every single foreign language has a AP class. And I mean, almost every single class has some branch of an honors version or a PE, or an AP class, and it just makes it so much more competitive and fun. I mean, that's mainly like the main differences. And what was really cool is like the path I was taking in Ohio, if you want to call it. Like in 7th grade, they gave us an option to like take these tests, and you could skip some math classes and some science classes. So I skipped pre-algebra and geometry taking these tests. So it put me in front of a lot of people in my class, and if I would have stayed like on that road in high school, I would have, like a lot of my friends who took the same thing, we were in the same classes. Like your senior year at the high school, you spend like half the day at the school, and the other half is at Ohio State. And you take free, like literally free, the school pays for it, free college classes. I mean, they're college classes, you get college credits for them, and you're in the class with college students. I mean, it's awesome. I mean, free college. And, they don't do anything like that in Louisiana. And, I don't know, I just felt like I got just more options. Like, for any science, I think it was any science or math class, say like after the first grading period, you thought you could just like pass the class, you could actually ask the teacher. They'd give you the final exam or some type of like hard exam, and if you could pass it with a certain percentage of something A passing, or some high A, you could actually skip the class like midway through the year and go into the next class. I mean, so people have really jumbled up schedules. You're not all in the classes with just your class. You're in classes with every type of student. I mean, they're not all just like, not everyone has the same general teachers on their schedule. It's insane. And plus the enormity, like the enormity of the school. It's like 10 Vanderbilts put into one. Not even exaggerating. Like we had an auxiliary gym. Like that was what we called the gym. It was, you take like a basketball court. You take 3 of them, or you take 9 total. You get 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that's the size of our gym. Was those basketball courts, full courts, 9 of them. And they had like big tarps that would come down and like separate the gym, so like different teams could like practice in different sections of the gym. I mean, it was huge. I don't know how much that would have even remotely costed. I mean, just that kind of thing. The property taxes in the area I lived were huge. I mean, not huge. I mean, I say like in the blog that they're cheaper than Vanderbilt's tuition. One person's tuition they're not cheaper than, but since my dad had to pay for 3 tuitions, they're cheaper than like that much tuition. And they put a lot of the money towards the public schools, make them really nice. So all the stuff we had was nice, like just top of the line. I mean, that's just all the money that came through Ohio. And just, I could go on and on and on about the differences, but I do like Vanderbilt and what they stand for, so I make the best out of what the school is. So I'm going to end this video now. Bye.